cars can stray from their original mission after a few generations, Porsche has never wavered with the 911. An instant classic when first seen in 1963, the iconic shape has always been shorthand for top-notch performance, engineering, and pure envy. It has evolved, blasphemously switching from air to water-cooled engines in the late 90s. Available in coupe, targa, and convertible form, there are various performance models too.
Why go with the GTS? Well, for about 15 grand over the Carrera S model, Porsche throws in $35,000 worth of equipment, much of it performance-oriented, and everyone loves a bargain.
Starting at $115,000, it's one I can't afford, let alone the $142 grand as tested price, but hey, I chose my profession. GTS gets wider hips, normally exclusive to all-wheel drive and GT3 models. This one is fully lined in Alcantara and trimmed up in carbon fiber.
Remember, 911's pistons fire horizontally, not vertically like most engines. If you want a solid look at the flat six, become good friends with a mechanic.
The 3.8-liter, cranking out 430 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque, is not visible here, but fluids can be topped off. It's a Porsche, so I will be reaching for the ignition on the wrong side all week long.
That sounds nice, but let's take it to a higher level.
Cog swaps are courtesy of the legendary 7-speed PDK gearbox, which is far more popular than the 7-speed manual. Streaking to 60 in just under 4 seconds, speed is not an issue. Excuse me for not verifying the claimed limit of 190 miles an hour.
GTS has a gravitas about it that you really have to be behind the wheel to fully comprehend. It's very direct and precise without behaving like a caffeinated squirrel.
The electric power steering is the best I've run across. The configurable gauge cluster is appreciated too. Got to love the G-force meter. With the engine singing from behind, 911 has a distinctive mechanical quality, very welcome in this digital world.
One thing the GTS offers over the standard Carrera S, 30 more horsepower. That's value I can get behind.
As expected, the performance-oriented suspension is stiff, though not totally bone-jarring. Hey, buyers know what they're getting into here. Speed is fun. Good to know the brakes complement the power.
Let me just say, kids, this is a tangible reason to study hard and be successful.
There will be owners that never approach the cornering limits. They are that high. In case you're wondering, I averaged 17 miles per gallon. That's better than expected. Inside, passengers will be greeted by top-shelf craftsmanship, crisp, readable gauges, and perhaps the most over-engineered cup holders known to mankind. Seriously. Upgraded sport seats in GTS have the perfect amount of support and great belts. It's easy to understand why this car costs what it does, but at this price, a backup camera would be nice. There are lots of identical buttons. The user interface is basic but decipherable.
Yes, there is a back seat. No, there's not a lot of room.
Definitely keep it to kids in safety seats. Most of the time, this space will be used by very lucky luggage. Looking to keep things out of sight? The TP test does not lie. The trunk is hardly cavernous.
Buy a Panamera or Cayenne if you're looking for practicality from your Porsche. And it is pronounced Porsche. Just a little public service I provide.
142 grand buys rich heritage and durability forged from years of endurance racing. It's also the price of a BMW i8 that's bursting with new tech. One is akin to Rolex, the other an Apple Watch edition. 911 is a classic that's always evolving.